Hey everybody, it's Lab 25A, Investigating Colors. You're going to start out by answering a few questions that'll make the rest of the lab a little bit more understandable, so pause the video and make sure that those questions are answered. Alright, moving on to part 2. This is basically assembling the equipment, so that is going to be done for you, obviously. That brings us to part 3. So we're going to use the equipment the way it's set up to see what colors are formed by overlapping the red, green, and blue flashlights. So the first question is red and green. So I'm going to turn off the blue flashlight. Just like a Venn diagram, sketch the color or name the color you see in the overlapping section of the two circles. Next is going to be green and blue. So I'm going to turn on blue, turn off green, or excuse me, turn off red. What color is in the overlapping circle? Next is blue and red. So turn on red. All right, what color do you see in the overlapping circle? And lastly, we're going to turn on all three flashlights. What color do you observe in the section that all three circles overlap? And that concludes part 3. All right, now we're moving on to part 4. We're going to use a color filter. If you're in class, these look like the 3D glasses that you might see at a theater, but these are not 3D glasses. So, first question is, using colored pencils, sketch what you see when we use the filter along with just plain old white light. Sketch what you see in the very center of the image. Next, we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to switch to a red filter. All right, using colored pencils, sketch what you see in the center of the image for the red filter. Next, we're going to do the same thing with blue. Use a colored pencil, sketch what you see at the center of the image, and then take a pause. Make a prediction. What would you see if we used a green filter? Once you have that question answered, resume the video and test your prediction. Sketch what you see with the green filter and make any changes that you might need to. The last part is part 5, drawing conclusions. And when you get to part 5, there are a couple questions directly related to the lab, but there are a few questions that you have to do some independent research about how the human eye works and how it interacts with your brain. So that concludes Lab 25A, Color.